compliance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice has been given to all members of the governing body, the local source, and the Westfield Leader, the two newspapers designated to receive such notice. This notice is also posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board and on our Facebook page. We're going to start off with an invocation from Councilwoman Pater.
Dear Lord, let us reflect on all we are thankful for: our family, friends, veterans, first responders, frontline workers, and our beautiful Mountainside community. As we near our holiday season, let us remember all who left us and those who need our continued prayers. Let us also remember one of our former mayors, Mr. Bruce Geiger, who recently passed away. Let us keep his family in our thoughts and prayers. I would like to extend very warm wishes to all of our residents for a very happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, let's get a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for
which it stands,
one
nation,
under God,
under God, indivisible,
with
liberty and justice for all. Okay, we need a roll call.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes, here.
Councilman Dierkes,
Here.
Councilman Messler,
here.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Here.
Councilwoman Pater,
Here.
Councilman Turner.
Here.
Okay, so next we're going to do approval of minutes. The minutes are grouped by dates based upon the council people that were present at the meeting. So that's why we're going to do it. We're going to do it in 5 different motions. And Martha is only going to call the names of the council people that were in attendance at those meetings for the approval of the minutes. If you were not at the meeting, Martha will not call you. Okay? So let's start with we need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular session meeting on October 20th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, now we have the executive session meetings for June 5th, 19th of 2018, and July 3rd and 23rd of 2018. Can we have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, next we need a motion to approve the executive session meeting on August 7th of 2018.
So moved. Second.
Okay, poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, next we have the executive session meeting minutes for October 16th, 2018.
So moved. Second.
Okay,
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
okay, so the last one is a group for the executive session meeting on December 18th, 2018, February 19th, 2019, March 19th, 2019, April 2nd, 2019, and May 7th, 2019.
So moved. Second.
Second.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to start with some resolutions. Let's start with resolution 125, 2020. It's budget transfers. I think, Donna, you're going to do that for us, please?
Yes, Resolution 125, 2020, whereas NJSA 40A:4-58 provides for transfers within certain appropriations within the municipal budget during the last 2 months of the fiscal year. And whereas the chief financial officer has advised the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the need for certain transfers within the 2020 municipal budget exists. And whereas this resolution authorizes the chief financial officer to make these transfers. Now, therefore, be it resolved, we are taking $10,000 from the police and $5,000 is going to rec, $3,000 is going to defined contribution retirement program, and $2,000 is going to finance S&W. So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay, poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, next we have resolution 126-2020, which is a tax overpayment refunds.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna do that.
Resolution 126. The Borough of Mountainside needs to refund some money to people who have overpaid their taxes. 6 of them were due to duplicate payments by the bank. One was for financial support. That was one on Old Toad Road. And then one was an overpayment due to an homeowner. So let it be resolved that the treasurer be authorized to issue the following refunds.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
Okay, poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Next, we have resolution 127-2020. Rachel?
Yes, resolution 127-2020 is regarding Bavolo's 22 Real Estate Group. They provided a performance guarantee for the site plan for their improvements at 1085 Route 22. All of these site improvements have been completed and outstanding conditions have been complied with. Our borough engineer, Mike Disco, has recommended that the performance guarantee escrow should be fully released. Now therefore be it resolved that the treasurer be hereby authorized to release the performance guarantee escrow in the amount of $4,332.24. So moved.
A second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, next is 128-2020. Keith?
Resolution 128-2020 is a resolution that will rescind a resolution 98-2020. On August 18th, we did that resolution to Accent Enterprise. They're the ones that maintain our body worn cameras by the police department. They were instructed that the state contract TQ-106 was ceased by the state. So we can't use that contract, which means we have to rescind the resolution. So moved.
You have a second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, next we have resolution 129-2020. Keith, you're gonna handle that too. Same
Okay,
thing.
resolution 129-2020 is basically correcting the rescinded resolution that we just did. It was to maintain the body worn cameras. Now it's a Sourcewell state contract, grant number 010720. The amounts haven't changed of the contract. The term hasn't changed. It's still 5 years. The amount is $14,238.60. And once again, this is for the maintenance of all of our police worn body cameras that our police department has had for over 5 years now. This is going to extend that contract for an additional 5 years. So moved.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre,
yes,
Councilman Dierkes,
yes,
Councilman Messler,
yes,
Councilwoman Pacifico,
yes,
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 130-2020. This is the appointment of Kim Moriak as a full-time senior citizen coordinator. Before the council considers this resolution, I'd like to make a few comments. At the work meeting last week, there was a rather robust discussion of this resolution. Several council persons expressed some concerns about the resolution. Specifically, Councilwoman Andre had some questions, basically exactly what the expanded role of our senior citizen coordinator was going to be. As a result of her concerns and her questions, we were able to provide all members of council with a list of the activities for our senior citizen coordinator. Those activities include First Alert, which is being rolled out to give seniors wellness calls and a way of informing them of events, chair yoga via Zoom, Project Healthy Bones, Bar Light, which is another exercise program, arthritis class, which is a new class that's being done on Zoom, technology class is being done on Zoom, Wii Bowling, it was done at the snack bar, but it's going to be discontinued for the winter because of the weather. Activities in a Box, which is an arts and crafts activity. Once a week senior meeting on Zoom, which keeps the group updated. Well checks in person with socially distanced visit and appropriate record keeping and monitoring. We have Zoom bingo. We have watercolors. Operation Angel. Blue Angel will continue, which is basically a program where the police will install a lockbox outside a senior citizen's residence. In case there's an emergency, they would have access to a key to get in the front door. There was also, in conjunction with the police department, there was installation of smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, and our senior citizen coordinator facilitated getting into each of the houses and basically sitting with the senior citizen while the firemen went around and checked all the smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, and if they weren't working properly, they were replaced. The Division on Aging information will go out in emails and flyers. She's going to continue to coordinate the handyman program. We also have a senior snow buddy program, which is where younger residents are paired up with seniors to help shovel snow. There's also going to be a Zoom presentation, Don't Be Scammed. In addition, there's also going to be an expansion of our senior citizens' role by incorporating into it, helping to coordinate the Memorial Day activities, the ceremony, the parade, and the picnic, as well as to be the liaison between the veterans who are mostly senior citizens in any event. Okay. As a result, the entire council was able to come to a consensus on this resolution. This truly exemplifies what democracy is all about. When there are concerns about certain activities or resolutions, those concerns should be addressed so that we can come to a consensus. Okay. It is the way democracy should work so that we can make our decisions based upon all the facts and do what is in the best interest of Mountainside. I would like to thank Councilwoman Andre for her concern in helping us to resolve and come to a consensus on this issue and do what was right and do what is right for Mountainside, which is what our job is. I would also like to thank all of our residents who participated in this process with enlightening insight on what our senior citizen coordinator does for the seniors. We all knew about the fantastic senior meals program, but there were many other ways that many other things that Kim Moriak does. I received close to 50 emails and phone calls, as did all of council. I read each and every one of them. I am sure that these emails and phone calls also helped us come to a consensus, which again is what democracy is all about, listening to our residents. So again, I would like to thank all of our seniors, citizens who provided their input and I might add passionate input to say the least. Everyone I read, and I thought everyone of the residents did a fantastic job of getting across their point as to what our senior citizen coordinator does. I also would like to thank Kim for the job that she's been doing for our seniors. When you read the emails and you see over and over again the same praises, caring, compassionate, patient. I saw this in many emails that she's a godsend. She had kindness. She was remarkable. She was tireless. She had a commitment. And one of the most important things that I saw in the emails is that the seniors can trust her. And that's very important for seniors, especially ones that are isolated, to be able to trust somebody that comes in contact with them. Kim has found her way into the hearts of all senior citizens by ensuring the safety and physical and mental health of all seniors in Mountainside is the best that it can be. I think that your service to our community, we are especially our seniors, we are grateful for. So at this point, Mr. Messler, Councilman Messler is going to introduce the resolution.
Yes, Mayor. The A&E Committee is recommending that Kim Moriak, the current part-time senior citizen coordinator, be changed from part-time position to full-time position. The salary for this position will be $45,500 a year. That equals to 15 more hours a week in time she's going to be spending with the seniors. I also received dozens or 50 or more of emails and phone calls from residents praising Kim for her job, and we should be proud to have her as the senior citizen coordinator. So I would like to make a motion to approve. So moved.
Second.
Okay, poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre,
I would like to say thank you to the residents. Please know that we value Kim, we value our seniors, we value our veterans. It was just misunderstood between myself and Councilwoman Pacifico last week, but it wasn't about a full-time or part-time position. It was about internal administration issues, and I am very thankful that you all reached out for us. We are very grateful for having Kim, and of course, this is going to be a yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so I'm glad we got through that. I'm glad that we're going to have Kim on full time, and I know that all the seniors are going to know that we heard them, we listened to them, and we care a lot about them. So let's go on to the next resolution. It's resolution 131-2020. Deanna, that's going to be yours.
This resolution, special emergency COVID-19, certification of chief financial officer and approval of governing body, revenue shortfalls at the pool due to COVID-19 this year. We will invoke special emergency, which will allow us
to budget for the shortfall within the next 5 years. So moved.
Second,
We got a motion, we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
yes,
Councilman Messler?
yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
yes,
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Keith, you're
He's
muted.
on mute.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so next is the resolution 132-2020. And Rachel, Donna, that's yours.
Resolution 132, 2020, COVID-19 special emergency resolution, 3-year and 5-year special emergency COVID-19 related operating deficits. Whereas it has been found necessary to adopt a special emergency appropriation to meet certain extraordinary COVID-19 affected revenue losses and/or additional expenditures incurred or to be incurred related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Whereas New Jersey SA 40A:4-53 allows a municipality to authorize special emergency appropriations for COVID-19 related revenue loss and/or additional expenditures incurred during the COVID-19 related public health emergency, and provides that it shall be lawful to adopt such special emergency with appropriation and/or special emergency notes issued to finance the same shall be provided for in succeeding annual budgets by the inclusion of an appropriation as prescribed by the Act and in compliance with the Division of Local Government Services regulations set forth as part of the COVID-19 operating deflects and extraordinary expenditures implemented of PL 2020 C-74. Now there be it resolved, then in ordinance with the provisions of NJSA 40A:4-55, the chief financial officer has been directed by resolution 131, 2020, adopted on November 17th, 2020, to make a written application and to certify to the division director and to the prescribed form that the deficits in review and addition expenditures are directly attributed to COVID-1, and said certification as approved by the governing body and submitted to the director of the Division of Local Government Services. A special emergency deferred charge is hereby established for COVID-19 affected revenue losses and the total amount of $220,902.60. A special emergency appropriation is hereby made for COVID-19 expenditures in the total of $0. That total emergency appropriation shall be provided in the budgets of succeeding years beginning in 2022 by the inclusion of not less than $44,180.52. The special emergency notes not in excess of the amount authorized pursuant to the law may be issued. That such notes, when issued, shall be executed by Borough of Mountainside Chief Financial Officer and Mayor and Municipal Clerk. The Chief Financial Officer is hereby authorized to sell at said notes and any renewals therefore from time to time. That said, special emergency notes may be issued to address the cash flow and appropriation needs related to the deferred charge in compliance with the provisions of PL 2020 C-74. The 2 certified copies of the resolution will be filed with the director of the Division of the Local Government Services. So moved.
You have a second?
Second,
And while Donna catches her breath, we'll have a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
yes,
Councilman Messler?
yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes,
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have resolution 133-220. Renee, you want to do that, please?
yes. The Department of Public Works Committee has recommended a $2,000 a year yearly stipend for any DPW laborer holding a valid CDL license, driver's license. This will become effective on January 1st, 2021. So moved.
Second,
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
yes,
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
I do have one add-on. Everyone should have gotten this afternoon. Resolution one, I guess it's 134-2020. It's a resolution memorializing the passing of former Mayor Bruce Geiger. I'm going to read it into the record. Whereas our former mayor, Bruce Geiger, passed away on November 13th, 2020 at age 91. And whereas Bruce spent most of his 91 years living in Mountainside and working to ensure our town would reflect the values of integrity, charity, good cheer, civic responsibility, and community service that he cherished and by which he lived his life. Whereas to those ends, Bruce was a volunteer fireman, the chief of the volunteer fire department for many years. Whereas to those ends, Bruce also served as a member of Borough Council from 1972 to 1980, during which time he chaired virtually every council committee and was repeatedly elected to be president of the Borough Council. Whereas to those ends, Bruce then served as our mayor from 1984 to 1987. Whereas our town has been so much the better in so many ways for Bruce's presence in our midst. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, current members of the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside, as Bruce Geiger's successors, these many years after he served in our borough government, look back with gratitude to the Mayor Bruce Geiger for helping to shape a municipal government for our town that we were inspired to join, and whose values we are determined to continue, and that we extend our condolences to Bruce's widow Ronnie and to the rest of his family. I need a motion for that resolution.
So
So
moved.
moved.
You got a
Second.
second? Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
yes,
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have a couple of ordinances for first reading. The first is ordinance 1287-2020. Deanna, that's yours.
Be it ordained by the Borough Council of the Borough of Mountainside, County of Union, State of New Jersey, that the pursuant NJSA 40A:4-53, M Chapter 144, PL 1965 as amended, including Chapter 46 PL 2010 and PL 2020 C74. The sum of $220,902 is hereby appropriated for COVID-19 affected revenue losses and shall be deemed a special emergency appropriation as defined and provided in NJSA 40A:4-53 and 40A:4-55. The amount to finance the appropriation shall be provided for in succeeding annual budgets beginning in 2022 by inclusion of at least a fifth of the amounts authorized pursuant to this act. NJSA 40A:4-55. Be it further ordained that this ordinance shall be and take effect at the time and manner provided by law. So moved.
Okay, we got a
Second.
motion, we have a second. Let's poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
yes,
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, so next we have the next ordinance, which is 1288-2020. That's yours, Renee.
Yeah, I apparently don't seem to have that in my packet.
It was
Okay.
emailed. It was in the-
I can read it, and then if you want to make the motion, this is the bond ordinance to authorize the acquisition of new, additional, or replacement equipment and machinery, and a new pumper fire truck, including the original apparatus and equipment in and by for the Borough of Mountainside in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $963,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. So basically, what the estimated costs for the fire truck and for
Plume event,
the plume event, and what's the other thing, Renee?
the washer and dryer for the fire department.
Okay, this ordinance is necessary so we can go out and bond the cost of the equipment as well as the new fire truck. We had to retire a fire truck because it was getting very old and there was actually a crack in the chassis. So somebody needs, Renee, you want to make a motion for that ordinance?
Yeah, I make a motion to move that ordinance.
Thank you.
Second.
Again,
Okay, Paul, the council?
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
yes,
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, next we have a motion. We're going to be adopting a COVID-safe community pledge. I'm going to read it into the record. The mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside, New Jersey offers this COVID-safe community pledge as a proposal to the people, institutions, businesses, and visitors to Mountainside to encourage shared community awareness and actions to protect each other. In the coming days, the Board of Health will be reaching out to potential partners within our community to support and as fitting amend or expand the pledge and its impact. Why might the pledge be useful, and why are we proposing it now? Our residents have done a great job at wearing masks, congregating outside rather than inside, keeping their distance from each other, maintaining their personal hygiene, hand washing, and staying at home if sick. Nonetheless, COVID-19 cases are increasing across New Jersey, and the novel coronavirus that causes COVID-19 continues to circulate in the community. All of us have heard of COVID fatigue, and many of us are undoubtedly experiencing it. The council hopes that a community effort around the pledge will increase and or reestablish the awareness that we're all in this together and lessen that fatigue through solidarity. With rising numbers of cases, it is vital that we work together as a community and each do everything we can to prevent the spread. We all want things to be normal again, but COVID-19 is still a threat. So when one of us engages in high-risk activity, we make it less safe for everyone else. That is why it is so important for all of us to continue to follow the COVID-19 safe practices, the pledge. The Mountainside COVID Safe Pledge affirms the following. We pledge to value the health of others as well as our own health as we go about our essential activities such as necessary health care, schooling, work, and local businesses in a way that these activities can be as safe as possible for everyone until there is a safe, effective, and available vaccine to prevent infection, disease, and serious outcome of disease. Remain aware of the risk involved in activities we engage in and understand that the risks we take do not only affect ourselves, but also affect families, friends, teachers, businesses, and other members of our community. Follow with the support of the municipality and institutions and individuals within, to the best of our ability, national, state, and local public health guidelines related to COVID-19. If necessary, quarantine if exposed, or returning from travel in an area where high levels of the virus as designated by the state of New Jersey. Staying home, isolating if we become ill with signs and symptoms consistent with COVID-19 or while waiting for a COVID-19 test result until cleared to go out. Getting tested if having signs and symptoms consistent with COVID-19 have been in close contact with someone with COVID. Wearing a mask or face covering over both nose and mouth at all times when out and may be within 6 feet of others who are not members of our household. Practice social distancing at all times when outside of our home. Cooperating honestly and openly with contact tracers to protect the health and safety of others in the community. Being respectful of others in our community and committing to the COVID safe etiquette in the community. These actions, if committed and followed by the large majority of our community, will have an immeasurable effect of decreasing exposure, infection, disease, disability, and death. While we cannot change the virus, we can and must change our behavior to lessen its impact on ourselves and others. Paul N. Mirabelli, Mayor of Mountainside. So I need a motion to adopt this safety community pledge.
So moved.
We need a
Second.
second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All ayes, no nos, so the motion is passed. Okay, next we have our bills and claims.
Okay, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the following bills of the persons named and from the amount stated below have been duly audited and found to be correct as 17th day of November 2020. The same be paid after council review if and when funds are available, and that the mayor, council president, administrator, and treasurer are hereby authorized and directed to sign and deliver warrants for the same. That is in the amount of $187,554.19.
Okay, we got a motion to pay the bills. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre,
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes,
Yes.
Councilman Messler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico,
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater,
Yes.
Councilman Turner.
Yes.
Okay, so at this time, we have any council comments?
I do. Did anyone else?
I was just going to say happy Thanksgiving. Stay well, be safe. Go ahead, Rachel.
Thank you. I'd just like to remind everyone of the Levi Corey Village Shop holiday hours. They are still open, so please do stop by if you can. The hours are Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 3. The next opening is November 20th and 21st. And then in December, the 4th and 5th, 18th and 19th. Face masks are required. There'll be social distancing, temperature checks, hand sanitizers, and limited numbers of shoppers will be allowed through at one time. For our seniors, on November 23rd, there is 11 a.m. Zoom called Don't Get Scammed In. You can contact Kim Moriak for more information. If you can't Zoom, you can also call into the meeting. Just call her and she'll give you the phone number so you can call in if you don't know how to Zoom. Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
I'd like to welcome Kim once again as a full-time senior citizen coordinator, and I'm glad that the entire governing body was unanimous in that decision.
Anybody else? Okay, I do see a number of the public that are on. So Matt, whatever you have to do to let whoever wants to speak get on one at a time. Anyone that comes on, please give us your name and your address.
Okay. Members of the public, please, if you would like to speak, press *9, and that will show that you're raising your hand with a question. And Mayor, we are also on a 20-second delay with our live stream.
Anybody raising their hand?
No, I see no one at this time raising their hand. And
We got one.
we have one.
Okay, unmute them.
If your phone number ends in 0904, press *6 to be unmuted. I don't know where that number's coming from. Oh, hang on. Press 0904. If you want to talk, press *6.
Okay, you unmuted now.
My name is Ken Ilgavicius. I live at 273 Old Toad Road, Mountainside. I'm a senior in Mountainside, but I'm also the president of the Mountainside Active Retiree Club. I listened to your whole meeting and you took away everything that I was going to say. I had 3 pages written out. I'm glad that some of my members, maybe 50 of them or so, were able to contact you and let you know what we feel about Kim. She has been the greatest thing since she came to town and watched over us in the meetings that we have. We've had other senior coordinators, but none of them did what Kim has done for us. And I was afraid that the meeting was going to talk about the meal program. It's more than the meal program that Kim has worked with. And also, Mayor, you have worked on it. Glenn, you have worked on it. And Rachel Pater, you have worked on it. I saw you at the library and I took photographs for an article that I was writing. I appreciate that you have made her full-time. And like I said, I'm not going to repeat everything that I've written down because, Mayor, you said it all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate what you have to say. We listen. Anyone else, Matt?
I do not see anybody else, no.
And I'm just checking our Facebook. Let me see if there's here. We have no comments on our Facebook.
Okay, just give me a minute. Well, I used to have that executive session. You want to read it, Martha? Do you have it? I thought I had it handy.
Yes. Whereas the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey permits the public to be excluded from certain matters to be discussed by the governing body, and whereas the mayor and council desire to discuss personnel, which are matters where the exclusion of the public is permitted, and whereas public disclosure of the results of this discussion will be made as soon as the matters discussed have been resolved by the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the aforesaid matters shall be discussed in closed session upon adoption of this resolution.
Okay, so we're going to discuss personnel, so we need a motion to go into exec.
So moved.
We have a second. Okay, so we're going to be in exec as soon as everybody can log off this meeting and log on to the other one.